headlines available in Spanish for any radio station to take is over 300 are. Well, as the nation prepares to mark the 10th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, a pair of leading Internet archivists are launching an ambitious project called the 9/11 TV News Archive. The online archive catalogs 3,000 hours of domestic and international TV news from 20 channels. The footage begins within minutes of the attack on the World Trade Center as television stations across the world aired images of raging fires, collapsing buildings, and a terrified public. Anchors struggled to make sense of the shocking images streaming in from the World Trade Center and Pentagon. Television news coverage of the 9/11 attacks and their aftermath not only documented one of the most important events in mass memory, but also influenced public perception. The 9/11 TV News Archive is being organized by Internet archivists Brewster Kahle and Rick Prelinger, who join us today in our New York studio. Rick Prelinger is an archivist, writer, and filmmaker. He's founder of the Prelinger Archives, a collection of 60,000 advertising, educational, industrial, and amateur films acquired by the Library of Congress in 2002 after 20 years in operation. Rick has partnered with the Internet Archive to make nearly 2,000 films from the Prelinger Archives available online for free viewing, downloading, and reuse. We're also joined by Brewster Kahle, computer engineer, Internet entrepreneur, activist, digital librarian. Brewster is the founder of the Internet Archive and the Open Content Alliance, a group of organizations committed to making a permanent, publicly accessible archive of digitized texts. He's also trying to preserve a physical copy of every book ever published. He's already collected over 500,000 books. Brewster has received a number of awards, including the Utne Readers naming him one of 50 visionaries changing your world. We welcome you both to Democracy Now! Brewster Kahle, let's begin with you. This archive that you are launching today.
Yes. It's a deep archive that allows people to see news from many different perspectives. The idea is television is worth it, is worth making a record of it and making it a medium of record. That it's never been very easy to be able to analyze, compare, contrast, or quote television. And television is pervasive and persuasive, yet we've never really had the tools to be able to look back, compare, and understand what happened to us as seen through television.
And so how did you put this together?
The Internet Archive has been recording television from 20 channels, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Iraqi, Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN, ABC, Fox, 24 hours a day, DVD quality, since late 2000. And so this was an ongoing record of this recording of these TV broadcasts, because we found that the Library of Congress was not creating a systematic archive, and we weren't able to find any other source that would be able to make a library. When the events of September 11th happened, we, as most everybody else, were quite shocked and tried to figure out what it is we can do. And we thought, well, maybe we could actually go and take these materials and help people understand an international perspective of what just happened. And we took 3,000 hours from September 11th to September 15th and made it available on the Internet for free viewing on October 11th, 2001. This is 3 years before YouTube. And the idea was to try to help people understand the world.
I want to turn to ABC News Live coverage of Flight 175 as it crashes into the South Tower. This is one of the videos in the Understanding 9/11 archive.
More and more fire and smoke enveloping the very top of the building. And as fire crews are descending on this area, it does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
Terrible.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
We just saw another plane coming in from the side.
You did. That was out of
Yes, and that's the second explosion. You could see the plane come in just from the right-hand side of the screen. So this looks like it is some sort of a concerted effort to attack the World Trade Center that is underway.
Of course, you can hear the shock in the anchors' voices. Rick Prelinger, what does it mean to have this public record of how reporters respond?
You know, it seems these days that we often seem to live in an eternal present, this sort of stream of media, and it's really hard to kind of get one's bearings, and when we can watch the real-time